Hello, hello. It's so good to see everybody. And you know what? If anybody wouldn't mind, like in the chat, just saying their name, saying, what their practice is, something like that to get to know everybody. And hi, Dr. Shilpi's here. Yay. Oh, yes. Okay. So where are you from? And how do you say your name? It's Dr. The OBGYN. I don't want to say it. I don't even want to, I feel like I don't even want to try. Does anybody else want to try? And
Dr.
yep,
Afua,
Sacramento. Afua, that's beautiful. Okay, where is Dr. Afua? Where are you from?
Delaware.
Oh, Delaware. Okay, so I grew up in Maryland and I'm in Pennsylvania, so another East Coaster here. Okay, did you get some storms today?
I think so.
Okay. Okay, you think so. And there's Dr. Daphne. Where's Dr. Daphne from? Does it say here yet?
Hey, I'm originally from Hawaii, but I am currently on vacation in San Diego. Well,
Oh,
sort of on vacation.
right. Oh, right, because where do you go when you live in paradise? I guess you go to San Diego for vacation. You know? I always think that for people who live in Hawaii, like where do you go when you
Well,
have lived in
yeah,
Hawaii? You know?
well, there's plenty of places, but yeah. So I just actually did a trip with my sister-in-law in Mexico with my kids, and it's an annual trip, and we love it.
Oh, how nice. Oh, that's
Mhm.
so great. I did go to Mexico last week and Jimena here, she is getting ready. Jimena, you're going to Mexico tomorrow, right?
Oh,
From
Yes,
El Salvador? Yes.
I'm going to Mexico and then I'm taking the flight from Mexico to Canada.
oh, fun.
Fun. And Dr. Shilpi is out of Virginia. Now I'm forgetting what part. An eye doctor out of Virginia, but I'm forgetting what Richmond. Okay, Richmond. Ophthalmologist. Yes. Anybody else? We'll wait for a little bit longer and get started with everybody. But it's so good to see everybody. I am super excited. And Valeria is from Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Nice. And you are on the same time zone as us on the East Coast, right?
Yes. Currently, it's 8 p.m. right now.
Yes, same. Same. Oh, and Dr. Comfort is here. Dr. Vernice Brown. Okay, we have a couple more people. If you guys could say in the chat where where you are calling from and what is your practice. Oh, Dr. Z is here.
Hello.
Yes, hello. And Dr. Z, tell me again, remind me, where are you based out of?
Wisconsin,
That's
outside of
right.
Milwaukee.
That's right. That's right.
Sorry,
I remember now.
I'm driving again.
Always. You're always driving, it feels like. And Dr. Comfort, if you want to say, if you're able to, yeah, and if anybody if people can turn off their, can turn their cameras on, I would love to see everybody. Yay, Dr. Trisha, I'm so glad to see you. So glad you're here. And if anybody else wants to share where they're from and what is their practice in
Hi,
the
I'm
chat or come in. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi everyone. I'm Dr. Comfort. I'm emergency medicine. I'm in the DMV. Nice to meet everyone.
Yay, Dr. Comfort, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, the DMV. And I don't know how to do this one, this name too. Leon, it might be the last name, but I'm not sure how to say that, Dr. Leon. If you could tell us where you're from, where you're calling from, what practice you specialize in, we would love to hear it. And if you're driving or anything, yeah, don't bother. Don't even, just keep it muted, keep your camera off. That's totally fine. And Dr. Vernice, I love that. Just brushed and flossed, 8 p.m. I love that, Dr. Schulpe. Yes. I get that. These, whenever there's a meeting like this, that's definitely the end of my night for sure. Okay. Hospitalist, what I'm saying that telemedicine. Oh, the Seattle area. Nice. I love Seattle. Okay. Dr. Leon, if I'm saying that right. Okay, in the Seattle area. Okay, and Dr. Brown, acute care, FM trained DMV. And Toyosi, am I saying that right? Blood disorders and in North Carolina. I'm hoping to have to Dr. Kim is also from in North Carolina. I'm hoping she'll join us tonight. It's so good to see everybody and anybody who can say, "Oh, hi." And am I saying your name right, Dr. Toyosi? Did I get it? Oh, wow. I was not sure if I should go for the first name or the last name. Yeah, it's so good to see everybody. What is the 76%?
Your score of how well you pronounce her name.
I know. It's pretty terrible, I'm sure. Pretty terrible. Should I wait a couple more minutes or do you think I should get started here? Oh, and Dr. Daphne, anybody else if I'm missing it? Oh, there's Dr. Tara. If anybody else can say, where they're calling from, what their specialty is, and if anybody can, we would love to see your faces. Oh, and yes, that looks like a nice walk Dr. Tara is going on too.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't realize
Yeah.
I was on mute.
Nice. This is the perfect time too to be walking.
Yeah, it's hot here. Whew, but I had to
Where
get
are
out.
you?
I'm in St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay. And it's super hot right now.
It's muggy and no breeze whatsoever right now.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's okay. It's summertime.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Right, right. Okay, so here we go. So, hello everyone. I'm so glad that you could join us. We're so glad that you're here. So, whether it's the first time you're joining us or you've been a part of the community for a while, tonight is all about just showing you what's possible. So, one of my very favorite parts of my role is getting to connect with so many incredible women physicians. I have the privilege of hearing all these amazing stories and dreams and visions that people have for their lives just beyond medicine. And it's just so inspiring to watch women choose themselves and build wealth, create lives, that truly reflect in what matters to them, what aligns with them. So, our mission is the same. It's to help women physicians build lives of greater freedom, purpose, and financial confidence. So we truly believe that when one physician has a win, we all win. We celebrate wins a lot. Daily we celebrate wins. So tonight isn't just about inspiration, it's about hearing about real transformation. So honest stories, and in the end, you'll have the opportunity to ask questions and hopefully leave with a clearer picture of, what's possible for your own life. So it is my absolute honor to introduce someone's vision who has helped hundreds of women physicians redefine their wealth, their freedom, and just living life on their own terms. So, welcome the founder of MoneyFitMD and Wealth Village, Dr. Latifat.
Yay!
Hey.
Hey, okay, so I have to say, guys, Joy is one of the amazing women physicians that, works with us inside of MoneyFit MD. And I have to say that our people probably like her more than they like me. So I'm like, Joy will just have you like say hi to the people, show them your face, because when you join us, if you join us, you are going to be, she's going to be one of those people that you're going to see a lot, you're going to hear a lot from. So I want to say great job, Joy. I'm excited to be here. I am excited. I am excited. And the reason why I'm excited is really because anytime I get a chance to surround myself with amazing women physicians like you, it is a great day. But even more than that, everything that we're doing today is literally and totally about you. I want you to understand that. Like we are here today, it's about you. Many times in the world, people are going to go, it's not about you. This is about you. We are about you. And in a second, I'm going to show my slide. You'll hear from women physicians in a little bit. These women are here volunteering their time to come share with you about their own experience, their own journey. And the reason why is because tonight is about you. So I'm always honored when I get to share, but also I'm always honored because I know what is possible for women physicians just like you. So let me pull up my slide because in the interest of time, I wanted to make sure that we did well with time. We did not go overboard. And so just to make sure that you're on the same page, this is the World Village Open House, our very, very first virtual open house. And what we have created here is a community for women physicians that are ready to lead their wealth without sacrificing their rest. And that part is really, really important because I don't know about you. Many times when people are talking about money and financial wellness and financial freedom and all of that, it seems like it has to come at a cost. And there is a cost that I am not going to pay. And that cost is our rest is important. So before we go any further, I just want you to just like take a deep breath. I know by now it's been a long day. You've been in clinic. Fortunately, we meet in the evenings for Wealth Village meetings. And so this is a time we would be meeting around this time, around 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. And so it is not rare and unusual for us to know that our women have served. They've hung out. Maybe they've been on vacation. Maybe they've been having meetings. Maybe they've been resting. But I want you to just take a deep breath. If you are not driving, if you're driving, don't look at us. But I just want your feet on the ground. And just remember that the goal here tonight is you're not here to perform. You're not here to prove anything. You are safe. That is the number one thing that we create inside of our community is safety. And I'm going to talk to you about later on about why this is so critical when women physicians are building wealth. So like I mentioned earlier, tonight is about you. We're not going to share a bunch of like useless information. We're not about to like share a bunch of teachings. The goal for tonight is that you will see what is possible for you. The goal for tonight is that you will hear stories of women physicians. They're going to be sharing it by themselves. So this is not like AI work. This is like real life, real situation, women physicians just like you that are going to be sharing their story about where maybe they were where you are today. And my goal is at the end of tonight that you decide, by the end, you decide and are clear about your next steps. That's all we're here to do. We're here to show you what's possible for you to hear. And even as you listen to those women, this is not even about them. They're here to share because they're about you. And again, decide your next step. And so as you're going through tonight, I want you to just hold those thoughts in your mind, almost like a meditative thought of what could be possible for me. And maybe we'll just take 2 minutes, 1 minute. Just close your eyes if you're not driving, wherever you are, and just imagine for a second where you want to be 12 months from now, who you want to be 12 months from now, this time next year. It is August, and if you can close your eyes, I'm closing my eyes right now because it's easier to think and imagine without, using my physical imagination to block what's possible for me. But I want you to just imagine a year from now, what could be possible for you? If money wasn't a challenge, if money wasn't an issue, and I want you to go beyond money. I want you to go like life. What could be possible? And some of you guys may be imagining right now, and you're like, no, cop it in. That's not possible. I want you to go there. It may be you resting. It may be you vacationing. It may be you taking a month off during the summer. It may be you working 1 day less a week. It may be you feeling less strain on your body. It may be a feeling of peace, of options, of freedom, of ease. We've been talking a lot about ease in the Wealth Village. Whatever that is, I want you to just imagine. And you don't need to share it with me because, again, this is not about me. But once you're done imagining it, I want you to just type done in the chat box. I want you to, because the thing is this, guys, if you cannot imagine, it is hard for you to build what is not already available for you right now. So our ability to imagine is literally a tool, a weapon that many of us underuse. Imagine, yes, who is there with you at the ocean with your significant other. Maybe you're a parent, maybe you're a single mom. Just less grinding, less hustle, just more ease, more options, not feeling like you're stuck. Once you're done imagining, just type down in the chat box. You don't have to share it with me, but I want you to hold on to that as you're listening to what we're talking about tonight. Okay? Waiting for a couple more people to be done. 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 Good. Done. Done. Yes. Thank you. Done. Yes. Okay. So when you come back from that place of imagination and you come back to what the reality of many of us are these days as women physicians that are working hard in medicine, you may identify with the statements you work, you earn well, you're earning clinically, but you still feel that some of that uncertainty about what to do next. It's like you've gone through all the check boxes and now you're here and you're like, now what's next? You know you're not done. You know there is more. You may not even have language to what that is, but you have some uncertainty about what to do next. Maybe you're someone that everyone and their mama are depending on. Many of my women are breadwinners, primary breadwinners. They may be single, they may be divorced, they may be married, but they are steering the wheel of the direction of the family. And many of them were feeling alone when it came to finances. And maybe this is you. You look successful from the outside, but you're like, how am I doing? I should be further along than where I am right now. If that's you, I just want you to know that you are safe here. And I want you to hear this truth that I wish someone had told me earlier on in my journey, and is the fact that there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You were taught how to use your clinical skills to earn, but you were never taught how to lead wealth. So that incongruence that you feel between where you think you should be and where you are, and it's hard to describe it, it's because most of us are not taught how to lead wealth, especially if you're the first in your family to have the life that you are creating. Maybe you're the first in your family to build wealth. Maybe you grew up in poverty. Maybe you are an immigrant. Like whatever that thing is, you're like, I was not taught how to do this. And I want you to just know that I'm sending you some love and empathy because I wish someone had told me this earlier because I thought there was something wrong with me. And this is how I felt. I don't know if anyone has felt like this, but I used to feel like, you're climbing a mountain again and again. You earn, you like do the things with it, and then it feels like you slide down. And then you try again and you slide down. And you try again and you slide down. Right? Your income is there. You're earning more than you did maybe 10 years ago, but your life feels more like a cage than spacious. You still don't have a choice with how you spend your time, how you spend your life. And the truth is this, everybody talks about burnout. There is burnout that's due to systems, but I will tell you, based on my work with hundreds of women physicians, that the power to choose, choice, freedom are not just words. They're not just like slogans. These are the words that are the key to helping us like be cured from this culture of burnout that's destroying us in medicine. So I love this picture of me. That person did a good job with the lighting. I was like, look at me, I'm glowing in that picture. You're like, Latifat's whack. Yes, she is. And it's good to meet you too. Just real briefly about my story. Like many physicians, I wanted to do the right thing, go to medical school, be a doctor, be a GI doctor. That was my dream. I just wanted to be a good doctor, and I would have died happy. I would have died happy, right? But at some point, I realized that I was earning good income, but I felt trapped. And so what I thought was, okay, it is probably because I have debt. It is probably because I have all the student loans. I owed about $200,000 in credit card and student loans. And I was like, maybe if I pay it off, I would finally feel free. And so I did. I paid it off. But I still wasn't free. I still felt trapped. I still did not feel like I had a choice. I still felt like my future was on a path, one-way path to burnout. And I will be honest with you, I can share that with you now, but I had a lot of shame about it. I couldn't tell my family. I was the first doctor in my family. I was living the dream on the outside, but I felt different on the inside. And because they are not in healthcare, they did not understand some of the nuances that we understand about like admin and insurance and abuse and employers and some of those other things that plagues us in medicine. But the other thing that I experienced was this. Based on everybody else, I had arrived. So my desire, that pull that I had for more freedom, for option, for assets, for ownership, I could not voice that out. So I felt like I was alone. And this is part of why what we do now exists inside of the Wealth Village. It's for women that may have felt like I was feeling. And so that was my story then. But my story is different now. I am a business owner. I do real estate. I practice medicine because I love GI 1 week a month. It is an honor to be a physician, in my opinion. And I'm continuing to create impact through serving women physicians just like you. Women physicians just like you. I get the privilege of serving amazing, badass bosses in the Wealth Village. But also in my life, I'm more present. I'm a more present parent. And now I built what I call wholesome wealth. I'm going to talk briefly about the arms of wealth. And I get to have thriving relationships in my life. That's where I am now, right? And I continue to build because it's not over yet. But the key is this. I have gone from being a woman that earns to a woman that leads. And that is what women physicians are asking for. That is why you're here. That's what the Wealth Village is about. It's not only about money, it's about that, but it's about so much more. It's about being in a place where you become a woman that can direct her money, a woman that makes decisions, a woman that creates options, a woman that lives well while she builds. No more self-sacrifice. We are done with that. No more waiting till the end of the tunnel before we can take a breather. It is literally killing us as women physicians. That's why we are here, to become women that lead wealth. The woman that has the ability to command higher levels of freedom and decisions. So if you are in the Wealth Village, you will see us. It's all about making decisions. And at that level, most of our women are not deciding between bad decisions and good decisions. It's like you win, okay, which one is better? Which one is more optimal based on the season of life? And they're making decisions every week that moves their lives forward. And that is why our women create things in 1 year that they haven't done in 10 years. It's not magic, it's a formula. And that's what we share inside of the Wealth Village. So I've searched my brain because I love finding out what works. And I'm like, okay, why? If I see something that works, I'm like, why is it working? Why did it work? What's the idea behind it? And after coaching hundreds of women physicians, what you need is not a bunch of like courses and a bunch of like crappy stuff. What women physicians need to become a woman that leads her money and leads her wealth and leads her life is number one, safety. A room where you don't have to hide what you know or what you don't know. A room where you don't have to pretend that you are normal like the rest of the world. We ain't normal. And my people, women that are they're members of our Wealth Village here, they will tell us we're not normal, and that's okay. Because normal is burnout. Normal is living paycheck to paycheck. Normal is waiting to age 65 to have a life. We don't do that here. We believe in life now, freedom soon, without hustling, without grinding. But women need safety. We need safety. It's on a nervous system level. I'm yet to meet a woman that's bad with money, but I've met many women that have been made to think they were bad with money, and that has led to them feeling unsafe. So when they get safety, it changes everything. You need specific knowledge. You don't need to get a PhD in money. And this one is actually interesting because many people, they're women physicians that I've met over the years. Maybe they're married to someone that's like a MBA in finance or advisor or whatever it is. And sometimes women think that all that's needed is the knowledge that their spouse has. But the truth is, as women that lead our wealth, there is specific knowledge that helps you have clear guidance for your family, for your life, for your career, for the financial decisions that actually are in front of you. Most of our women are what I call matriarchs. They are matriarchs. They are leading the family in that way. And if you're not leading your family yet, I'm telling you, the seat is waiting for you to occupy that space. And then the third thing that allows women to lead their wealth is transformation. Because it's not just about knowing what to do, it's about becoming the woman that can create and sustain the result. That is what the Wealth Village is about, and that is what many of you are looking for. So, the Wealth Village is where we've created this environment, this ecosystem, honestly, where women become safe enough to do the brave things with their money and their life. So, these are some of the things that happens inside of the Wealth Village. Women learn to speak honestly about money without judgment. They're like, oh, I owe this amount. I have this amount. I invested. I did not invest it. I missed a date. I did this. Well, look, like we speak honestly because we have created a place where you can feel safe and you're not trying to impress anybody or their mama. We ask questions, like questions you think you're like, oh, maybe someone assumed I already. No, we ask you to still ask that question. So they ask the questions they think they already know the answer, and they get a different answer from me or from the other women in the community. And this is my favorite part. They see women at every stage of the journey. They see women that are starting. They see women with 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure net worth. People that are the first in their family to have wealth. People that are now stewarding generational wealth. You get to experience these people inside of the community. So it's an ecosystem where you're learning from everybody, not just you. So your wealth knowledge is increasing. You're changing, you're becoming someone different. You're learning how to make decisions with support instead of carrying it alone. This one by itself is worth everything. Aren't you tired of carrying everything alone? So at the end of the day, safety is not hiding from every risk. Safety is building the capacity so you can make choices wisely. Choices that build the family. That's what the Wealth Village is about. And remember, everything we're sharing today is not theory. This is what we've created. It's what we have created for you. And at the end of the day, some of you guys are going to hear the stories. You're going to hear all of this. And I want you to just understand that I want you to make decisions tonight. Because wealthy women make decisions. Wealth leaders make decisions. And sometimes the decision is, this is not for me, and that's fine. But if this is for you, my challenge with you is that you don't leave procrastinating. Because procrastination will come after you. It comes after all of us, but some of us just know that it can be there, but we still make decisions and we don't let it win. So you don't need more generic information. You don't need like a course with like 5,000 videos. You ain't gonna watch it anyway. You don't need a longer to-do list. What you need is to understand the pillars of money, to understand where you are, what you're trying to do with your income, taxes, cash flow, net worth, your life, family, rest, giving, relationships, the seasons, everything has to be in context of the season you're in. That's why personal finance has to be personal. That's what I love about the Wealth Village. So much kindness for every single human being that lands in our ecosystem. And the other part is decisions. What is wise for you? Not what everyone else is doing. Literally on a coaching call, you will see that I would coach someone and I could say, okay, so this is what you're doing. You're going to rest. Like you're going to rest. You're going to take naps. And you're going to like go put a offer in on properties you need to buy, right? Because there is no one size fits all. And that's the beauty of the community that we've built here. I wanted to include this slide for you guys because the truth is this. Many of us have been taught to think about what we want to have. Like, oh, I want to have multiple 7 figures. I want to have 8 figures net worth. I want to have no debt. I want to have freedom. I want to work 3 days a week. I want to cut down by 1 day a week. Like whatever that is, many of us have been taught to focus on what we want to have. But this is the truth that I want you to understand. And if you don't take anything else from this time together, I want you to take this away today. That the results you want is often only available to the woman you have to now be willing to become. If you don't want to become that woman, you're not going to have what she's able to create. You have to be able to be that woman so that you can do what that woman will do, and then you can have what that woman will have. The good news is you don't need to be before you come into our wealth village. That's why we're here. All you need is to know what you want and be committed. I mean, when I think about med school, I knew I wanted to be a doctor. I knew I wanted to be a good doctor. That's all I want. I want to be a badass doctor. I want to be an internist so I can sniff diagnosis from like 10 feet away. Okay, so that's what I wanted to have. I wanted to be that. But on the very first day of med school, I did not even know how to check a pulse. I did not know how to check a pulse. So imagine if I was waiting to know how to scope before I started medical school. The point of medical school is for me to become so that I can do, so I can have. So the same is true for the Wealth Village. You don't have to wait till you become. You don't have to wait till you have your ducks in a row. This is where you come to get the ducks in a row in a shorter, faster amount of time than doing it alone with all of the things that the world has thrown at all of us. So we help you become the woman who can create this. So I want you to, as we're going to be transitioning to hearing some of the journey of some of the women that have been kind enough to be here tonight, my question for you is just holding on to that dream that we talked about earlier, holding on to that thing you want to create that we talked about earlier. 12 months from now, what do I want to have? Hold that as you listen to those women, because again, they're going to share their stories, but it's not about them. It is about you today. It is about you today. Who do I need to be to create it, to sustain it? That's what this conversation is about. Are you guys with me so far? So let me close this. Stop sharing my screen. You guys with me in the chat box? If you are with me in the chat box, just throw some emojis on the chat box. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Let's throw some emojis out. Oh, that's a funny emoji. That's like a dude with a hat. Man. All right, so I'm gonna have Joy. Go ahead, Joy, if you want to just unmute. I'm gonna bring you here. And if you want to, I'm not sure who you want to invite first. One of our
Yeah,
women.
you know what? I wanted to invite Dr. Trisha, if that's okay,
Ooh,
first.
fantastic.
I'm so glad you're here, Dr. Trisha. Thank you so much.
Of
So Dr.
course.
Trisha is such a wonderful example of what can happen when you give yourself permission to explore new possibilities. She's an
Mm.
oncologist from Florida, and she's been a part of the Wealth Village for the past 2 years. And since she is not, busy enough being a mom and a physician, she is also building a side business around something that
Mm.
she's passionate about, helping people declutter and organize their homes and their lives. So she just started an Instagram page, which I'm loving, by the way. It's so cute. And
Thanks.
so Dr. Trisha, thank you so much for being with us and being willing to share your story with us tonight. Um, so when you're like looking back at the past 2 years, can you talk about who you have become because you said yes to Wealth Village?
Oh, so I was internally laughing when you said you didn't have to come here with your ducks in a row because my ducks were not in a row. Half of them weren't ducks. There was like a chicken. I don't know what
A
was going
goat.
on. A goat. Like it was a mess. And even at the beginning, it was more of a mess because I didn't know anything. I didn't even know what I didn't know. Um, so from there to where I am now is like the knowledge that I've gained is one thing. Um, Figuring out the questions to ask, figuring out what I need to be exploring, even if I don't have all the answers now, I I know the type of things and I've seen examples of the other women getting that information. So even if I don't have it, I've got my little notebook. I'm like, okay, I need to look into X, Y, and Z. Whereas before I had zero idea, I had no plan, things just occurred in my life and I thought it would all work out, but I it was kind of silly because I had no plan of how it was going to work out. So in this 2 years, um I've gotten structure and opened up so much possibility as to what is out there and what you can do. And just seeing everyone try all these things has really made me just like, well, I have an idea. I could just try. Like everyone else is trying things, you know? And when you get that foundation, it allows you that freedom, I guess, to
Mhm.
try these different things. So that's the biggest difference.
So would you say that was our community that that helped you to step out and make that possible?
100%.
100%.
100%. Um, I just thought, similarly, I'll go to med school, I'll be a good doctor, life will be good, that'll be that. Um, and it was a little, it's not wrong, it's just a little narrow. But unless you see and you hear and you talk to different people who are doing things and who you see how they're working through it and you see examples of it, and nothing's like, I don't even know that anyone's doing the same thing, but just seeing everyone do their thing allows you the confidence to expand what's possible.
Yeah, it makes sense. So what would you say, like if there's a woman watching tonight and she's waiting until she feels ready, and I feel like you can relate to that before taking the next step. So what would you want her to know?
I would hands down say, forget being ready. There is no ready. I I wasn't ready on, I don't know that I'm ready now because the what do you call it? The goalpost keeps moving. So I would say the question is do you like where you are financially, wealth wise now? And if the answer is no, then that's enough of a reason because you're never going to feel ready. And if the second you feel ready about one thing, there's 10 things behind it that you feel completely unprepared for, like my Instagram. It's just,
Which I
it
love.
keeps changing. Oh, thank you. It keeps changing. So ready's not, that's not even the question.
Just do it. Just step out.
Just do it. And if you were like loved every single aspect of everything, that'd be great. But I feel like that's not even realistic. Everyone's got things that they want to improve and learn more about and become more confident and venture out about. So I I don't know. I can't imagine where my life would be had I not said yes 2 years ago. I don't even want to think about it, to be
Oh
honest.
my gosh, I love that so much. I love that so much. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you. And I do. I love your Instagram. It's Instagram channel. That's what you say, right? Not Instagram page.
I
I'm
think
trying to
it's
get
a
this right.
page.
Oh, okay. It's a page. Which
I
one's
think
the
YouTube
channel?
is a channel.
Okay. Okay. Okay, got it. Got it. Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Um, and I would love to talk next to Dr. Shilpi if that's okay, if she's willing to, if I could ask her a couple questions.
Yep, I'm here. I just have snuggling babies.
Oh my God. Oh,
So
oh,
anyway,
I love that. So this is Dr. Shilpi, and
sorry.
she's an ophthalmologist, practice owner, author, real estate investor, and a mom of four. So she just is not defined by, just one role. And so I love that about her. So I'm excited to hear about how being a part of Wealth Village has expanded the way, you think about your future. And like when someone looks at your life today, you've built so many different facets of your life. How has being part of Wealth Village changed the way you think, like about what's possible for your future?
Just have to stay indoors. Is Daddy outside?
Okay. So I've been trying to think of the answer for this for a while, but the community is the biggest thing because anytime you, I don't know how to phrase it. I mean, and Latifat, Dr. Latifat, like just she's like beyond wise beyond her years. And I'm a few years
Agree.
older, maybe a half a decade older, but just the wisdom that comes out of her mouth and helps you redefine whatever problem you have in a completely different light. Just like what she started with saying today, where it's not about you and just redefining all those problems makes it so much easier to see them as not even a problem, just not even a challenge, but something just that you do to become all of her wisdom. And the community has just been wonderful. Like everyone is so supportive of each other. You're not ashamed to say anything, and you're not fearful, and everything stays confidential.
I agree. It's so amazing. I love how everybody's so uplifting and encouraging to each other for sure. Like I wasn't exaggerating to everybody before when we say we celebrate wins daily. Like there's a WhatsApp channel and that is what we do. Um, so Dr. Shilpi too, like what has changed beyond the numbers, like in your work, in your family, rest or possibility? What has changed, beyond the numbers?
I do rest more. That is been my homework from Latifat for years now, because I've been in the Wealth Village for I think 3.5 years, and I am always going and going and going, just like all of us probably do. So we try to handle everything, but we don't have to. We can ask for help and rest to um what's the word? Just to be a holistic view of the arms of wealth rather than just finances.
I love that and fits right into your lifestyle medicine, and your whole practice. So,
Because you don't think about finances that way. So it's
yeah,
been a good shift of just reframing all the ways of wealth that we enjoy or maybe forget to enjoy, but trying to appreciate all of our blessings.
for sure, for sure. So then, like financially, like before Wealth Village, can you share it all, like what was happening financially and what did the shift feel like in your life afterwards?
Um, I've just been on a path and I have a great deal of knowledge, but I've never treated anyone as having less knowledge than me. And I'm always open, like even as a college student, whoever may be shadowing, like I want to learn from them. And so I'm just learning from everyone. I'm not answering your question very well. Financially, I'm staying on my path, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah, you're motivated. You're
But I just
motivated and it's a passion
keep
of yours.
adding building blocks of knowledge to fine tune it. How's that?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's great. And like as Dr. Latifat will say, like it's just a lot of times it's just little steps at a time, little steps. It's not a lot, most of the time it's not these big decisions that we're making. It's these little daily decisions that we make that make all the difference. So thank you so much for jumping on with us and for sharing and sharing all these little snuggle times with us. So thank you very much. We love having you. And I would love to, I think Dr. Tanya was able to jump on, right? I think I saw her name. Is that right? Is Dr.
Hello.
Tanya? Oh, hi, Dr. Tanya. I know you were on a call, so I'm glad you were able to jump on. So this is
Thanks for having me.
her story is so inspiring. She's an infectious disease physician, a researcher, consultant, and now she lives in Thailand with her family. So she's a big reminder that wealth isn't just about numbers. It goes back to again and again the freedom and that you're intentionally designing a life that reflects your values. So she created this amazing life for herself and she homeschools her children. She's pursuing
Right.
meaningful work that she loves. She's made decisions like based on her values instead of this obligation. So I can't wait to hear how Wealth Village has been a part of your journey. So today you're living in Thailand, you're homeschooling your children, you're building a life on your terms. When did you first realize that this kind of life wasn't just a dream, but something you could actually create?
I think, it's not like one huge light bulb moment that I think a lot of us are like, oh, one day we'll just like decide this or have this realization and then like everything will be magical or you'll have like a fairy godmother or like a magic wand, then it'll be like, your life is amazing. But I think it's a really a bunch of small steps, like working towards uh, a life like the one I'm living now, I guess.
Mhm.
But I think being part of the Wealth Village definitely has enriched my life immeasurably. So I think like she'll be maybe we're one of the OGs, Latifat. I don't know, been here for many
Yes.
years. And it's really hard to quantify the community, like how meaningful it is to have people cheering you on, like through, to help you celebrate the wins, both like small and huge wins, but also like to be there during really difficult times. I think the community is really amazing. They're not judgmental. People are always there, with open arms for anything, small questions, big questions. And then, like I think many of the women here have said, yes, wealth, financial, is part of wealth for sure, like having the money and the resources to be able to do what you want to do, but it's not the only aspect of wealth at all. And I think that's what's really amazing about what Latifat has created, is really looking at all the different arms of wealth and making sure that
Mhm.
we're all addressing, the different arms and not just being like, well, I just need to grind and
Mhm.
get to this, whatever number I made up. And then after that, I'll, be able to enjoy my life or, be present in my life. And I really appreciate that this is really unique, that it's not just about that, it's about, living your life right now and having
Mhm.
fun and finding joy and doing the things that are meaningful to you. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All the things.
yeah,
So,
all the things.
all the things.
Everyone
So,
do all the things. Maybe not all
yes.
at the same time.
Yeah, right, right. So, like for the physician who's watching right now and wondering whether she can really create a life that feels more aligned with what matters most to her, and if a different life is really possible for her too, what would you want her to know?
Yes, it's possible. I think I want to tell everyone there's always options. Like, even when you think or you feel stuck, like there's no options, or like I'm going to be at this job until I die, or like I can't leave because of blah, 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 non compete, whatever issue or circumstance that you have. I think there's always, another way. So I think joining this community will really help you think outside the box, maybe, or to, find that, little wiggle room to be like, oh, I thought, like I had to do this or whatever, but you're going to meet lots of other women who are like, actually, you don't have to do that, or you could quit, or you could get fired, or lose your job. And then, something amazing is on the other side. So I think just seeing, other examples of people who have gone through similar issues or, divorce, anything, there's like always another option, I think.
Right, right. I love, like Dr. Tricia said earlier, oh, if they can do it, I can do it, they're doing it. So yeah, to follow that path. Thank you so much for sharing with us and for jumping on. I'm glad you were able to get on right after your call. So thank
Oh
you for
yeah,
doing that.
thank
What
you.
time is it?
Come.
What time is it
Oh, it's
now for you?
early. It's like 7:50,
Oh
so
my
in the
gosh,
morning.
thank
Yeah, it's fine.
you. Thank you so much. So I wanted to talk to Dr. Kim if she is also available. I know Dr. Kim has had a bunch of storms too, so she was having trouble getting on, but I saw that she came on. So Dr. Kim Nichols is amazing. She embodies what it means to build a life that is aligned with your purpose. Um, and she's a physician, a speaker, a coach. She helps leaders and professionals discover their voice, embrace their strengths, and create careers and lives that are deeply fulfilling. But what I really love about Dr. Kim isn't just what she's building. She is one of the greatest encouragers that I know. So no matter what kind of day she's having, she shows up to every Wealth Village meeting ready to celebrate someone else and speak life into them and remind them of who they can become. And that says so much about who she is. So Dr. Kim, are you there? Because I think um,
I'm
I
here.
lost the picture oh, you're here. Okay, good, good. So thank you for joining us. So in your own words, like I was looking at your web page and you've asked people, when was the last time you felt fully alive in your own story? So I have to ask, before Wealth Village, how would you have answered that? And how would you answer that today?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So before Wealth Village, I would say I really enjoy the opportunity to influence like young lives. I think working with younger learners and really helping people in their careers and become their best selves. Kind of speaking with people about what they want to do in life and trying to help them fulfill that. Those are things that, kind of really give me life. I guess I'll say that. And some of that
Mhm.
has to do with my own personal journey of maybe not having people to do that for me kind of earlier on. Those are things that before the Wealth Village, I was really into. Since the Wealth Village, I still am really into that, and so maybe that's kind of part of why I'm into doing those things, kind of when I'm on the call, because I really get into just hearing all the cool things that people are into and all the strengths that people bring to the table, and so maybe I just want other people to know those things about themselves as well. What else? But I really I get a lot out of just the fact that this is such an inspiring and supportive community. I love the fact that there's not gatekeeping involved here. I think people really show up for each other. I was going to put this in the chat, but like Dr. Tanya, I mean, she's like my personal bodyguard. I know she's all the way in Thailand, but I do consider her to be like a very strong supporter of mine. But I feel like I could say that about like any one of the women. And I've just learned a lot from everybody's journey. So, one of the things that I feel has been helpful to me is how I've shown up as a learner.
Mm,
I'm a lifelong learner anyway as a physician, but I really enjoyed stepping into the learner role, like being in
mm,
this community. I think that's been really helpful to me and how I've changed my relationship with money. That has been
mm.
crucial
Oh,
for
it's huge.
as a divorced woman and having to kind of
Mhm.
restart financially, it's been helpful for me to see people have positive relationships with money and also to kind of just reframe money as a tool. Um, yeah, that's been very, very, very helpful. And again, to see all the possibilities of what we can do. And then also to remember, like, we are all very highly educated and talented people. We can do a lot of things outside of what we can do in an operating room or in a clinic, et cetera. So we bring a lot to the table. So it's important to remember that.
Oh,
And
for sure.
yeah, I'll just leave
For
it there.
sure. And I love like it's called your website's called like Level Up with Dr. Kim N, right? Did I get that right?
Mhm.
So you literally you help others level up every day.
Yeah.
How has Wealth Village helped you level up personally on a
Yeah.
personal level?
It's really, again, it helps me to level up my relationship with money. And I had a lot of what I called money wounds. I'd met Dr. Latifat
Mhm.
actually at another person's conference like a couple years ago. And because I had these money wounds and a scarcity mindset actually about
Mhm.
not wanting to make the investment to participate in the community at that time, I missed out on incredible knowledge at that time. I could have been gaining all that knowledge at the time, and I could be at a different position in my life now than I am if I had taken, advantage of that. Yeah. So long story short, like I've just leveled up my mindset has been the biggest thing. I now like approach life and my entire career from an abundance mindset.
Mm, I
And
love that.
that's how I interact with other people as well. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, your cup always seems full, like it's always just overflowing. So that's why. Yeah. So if someone was watching tonight and is where you were, year or two ago, what's one belief you'd encourage her to let go of?
um that she is stuck, that where she is right now is where she's gonna be, like that's the end
Mm,
of the story,
I love that. It's not the end of your story.
of your story.
Yes, I love that. So, okay, thank you. And I think I will hand this back over to Dr. Latifat if you are ready. Oh, Dr. Harmeet is here. I see. Yay. She's always at work.
Yeah, Dr. Harmeet, we might have to talk about that.
Tell her, Dr. Kim, we're going to talk about that.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that. So let's just thank our amazing guests, the women let's just throw some emojis up. And just say thank you guys for taking the time to be here, taking the time to share your story. These women volunteered, like literally, Dr. Tanya is in Bangkok at 7 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why they're choosing to share, and I love that Dr. Tanya has been in the community for 3.5 years. Dr. Shilpi's been there for about 3.5 years. Dr. Kim and Dr. Trisha have been there for about two years or so. It's coming down to 2 years. And to just see those women, to see where they started from, to see they started at different places. If we had more time, you'll be able to hear their stories even more extensively. And to be the woman that they are right now, that's no longer living in scarcity, that is leaning into abundance, that's been an example of what's possible. I remember when Dr. Tricia shared with us, how she's taking vacation using non-clinical income as a single mom. Imagine that for a second. Imagine that for a second. Like, just what that does to your nervous system. I remember even really early in your journey, you started learning, and the crazy thing was your son came out of nowhere and started asking you about money. And you're like, I knew the answer. You became the woman that leads. And it's not about having the perfect knowledge. It's not about being perfect in any shape or form. It's deciding that you are going to commit to becoming this person. Because if you think about it, at the end of the day, we all have this one life to live. The story you're going to tell in 20 years is the result of what you decided today. I remember there was a woman physician, a couple years ago, I decided to travel with my kids, would quit my W-2, left the country for a year. And I'm a huge fan of encouraging people to do whatever it is that they feel is aligned to them, with them. And I remember this woman said, "Oh, I wanted to do that too, but my youngest was too young. And then later, my oldest was too old. So it almost seems like there's never going to be a perfect time. And the perfect time is the one that you decide is the time. The perfect time is the one you decide that today is the day. And many times we're like, well, maybe next year, maybe 4 months from now. It's almost as if we assume that the future is going to have less. I don't know about you, but my future's never had less. My future keeps having more. I just become the woman that can handle the more. That's it. That's it. That's it. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And I love what Dr. Shilpi said here. And it's really interesting. She said in the chat box that it's wisdom. A friend sent me this earlier today. She shared it. And she said, for wisdom, this is a proverb she shared. She said, wisdom is better than rubies. And all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. When I saw that message she sent was a proverb, I was like, a lot of what we do here is helping women become the people that can live life in a way that is wise so that they can create what they once thought was not possible for them. That's what we do here. So, yes, wisdom is more precious than ruby because it's the seed from which many other things will grow. But I wanted to share with you some specific examples. You've heard from some of our women. And guys, I will tell you that if we wanted to get 15 women here to share their examples, to share their story, we would be able to do that. But in the interest of time, because I don't know about y'all, but we ain't got all night to spend here. I gotta go eat at some point. But the key is I wanted to share with you some other examples of what our women have celebrated. I remember a woman physician, one of our alums, who said her net worth grew by 65,000 within 7 months. This is someone that when she came in, she was avoiding her number. She had a financial advisor, quote unquote, which she ended up firing once she started learning about money because she's like, oh, apparently homie don't care about me. But when she started monitoring her finances, things grew. She was like, my net worth grew by 65K in 7 months. We've had physicians, primary care doctors cross 7-figure net worth. We have people in our community with 8-figure net worth. And what I love is the humanity of the women. Like, we're all that, so we ain't all that at the same time. Right? Ain't nobody impressed by anybody because we're all amazing and building stuff. So that's what's possible for you, right? We have people that have said within 3 months they built passive income. People that launched their first short-term rental. In fact, there is a woman physician that literally just shared like a couple of days ago. She joined our June cohort and she had been trying to invest in real estate for years. She took real estate course to learn how to invest in real estate and she still could not pull the trigger. She joined us in June. Guess what? She shared a couple of days ago that she was in whatever, I forgot the lingo that we use, but the bottom line is she's now like has submitted a request or offer on a property that she was now locked up and in the process of looking at eventually for whether this is where negotiation starts. She went years of wanting real estate. Years. We have created a community, an environment that helps women move. We have people that said, yes, they paid and invested in themselves by joining. And they're like, I paid off my debt 5 months earlier. We've had people that have taken sabbatical. We have a single mom who took 6 months off and traveled. Single mom with her kids. We've had people say they've left toxic employers, negotiated $100,000 more in salary while working less clinically. Private practice launched after 10 years of hoping. And what I love is this. People don't always come with like a clear picture of everything they want to accomplish. So I don't want you to think, oh, I have to know everything. No, many times what happens is it slips out of their mouth and they don't even know it. So the doctor that launched her private practice after 10 years of dreaming, it slipped out of her mouth. And I was like, wait a minute, what did you just slip? She's like, yeah, it's been my dream. Guys, guess what? In less than a year, she launched that practice. In less than a year, after 10 years. Life is the only thing we cannot get back. Time is the only thing we cannot get back. The wise know that we use our money to buy time. So if something would take you 10 years, would you rather it take you 10 years or would you rather it take you 1 year? Oops. Earlier, you can achieve freedom. The earlier, the more impact. I look at my kids. I have 3 kids. They're ages 8 to 13. They are growing like weed. My 13-year-old is taller than me. She was in frigging diapers like yesterday. I remember when I had her, I was literally in the shower and I had postpartum depression. I did not even know I had postpartum depression. But I remember looking at her and going, who would trust me with a child? What am I supposed to do with this baby? And now she's 13 years old. The quality of her life, the experience of her life, the tools she has access to is different because I became. These women that you've seen, I love that Dr. Shubi's kids are crashing the video. That's normal for our community. That's not rare. Kids are not an excuse. They're part of our lives. And we want you to grow so that they can see their mother building wealth. They can see their auntie building wealth. So when you're thinking about who this benefits, I want you to remember it benefits you, but it benefits more than you. I've shared in the past, my younger sister was like 33 years old. She bought her second triplex in New Jersey. She doesn't even earn a pediatrician income. Like, she is part of the people that benefit from my knowledge, from who I have become. So when you want to change a community, you put money in the hands of women. If you want to change your family's life, you become the woo. You become the woman that leads. And as a result, like Dr. Klim, you overflow from abundance. You can't help it. It's who you now are. But even more than just like the numbers and the things, the 7-figure, the 8-figure, the 65K, the earning more and all of that, people are experiencing more peace, less financial anxiety, less money fights with their spouse, more freedom of choice. And I've heard you guys heard this multiple times. People have said this community has my back. There's something beautiful about a woman who is supported. A woman that feels supported. And you get to decide that you are a woman that gets to be supported. That's the new luxury. You're a woman that's supported. That's it. And I love this quote from one of our members who said, the best part is having the freedom of choice in how I spend my money and my life. Is that something you want? This community really is different. For many years, I would actually be quiet about that because I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to say that out. But then our members are saying it. They're like, it's different. It's diverse. We're real. There's no gatekeeping. These women care about you. Latifat cares about you. And I do. Joy cares about you. Literally, one of our members said recently was like, Joy, I feel seen by you. This is our culture. This is where women that serve others are served. And it's literally the privilege of our lives to help serve you. So this is one of the things you've heard talk about. And this is important. There was data recently that showed that women physicians were losing the mortality benefit we have. In most population, women outlive men, except women physicians. So there's something wrong with the status quo. So rest is not the reward you get from building wealth. If you're here and you're like, you know what, maybe when my dad is gone, maybe when my kids are older, maybe after I get the next promotion, maybe when I reach this magic number. My question for you is, at what point do you learn how to enjoy the life you are building? One of the things our women will tell you, and I believe this to my core, is the more you rest, the more you play, the more money you're going to have. The more you rest, the more you play, the more your net worth is going to grow. And our women are examples of that. I remember a doctor that joined us, Dr. Erica. She was ready. She was, like, I didn't know. She's like, I don't know anything about money. Latifat, I've been procrastinating. I've been listening to the podcast and it is time. So she was like, okay, let's do it. I'm nervous, but I know that if I can do this, every part of my life gets elevated. So she was ready. And then she comes to the first coaching call. And I said, okay, sunshine, your first job is going to be to rest. She's like, no, Latifat, I can't rest. I'm a single mom. I have all this, my work, my business. And I was like, do you want to have more money or not? Do you want to grow your wealth or not? And she's like, that's why I'm here. So I'm like, trust the process. Guess what, guys? In less than 6 months, if I remember the timeline correctly, she actually left her W-2 job. Her business, was earning more money than she had ever earned before. She took travel vacations even outside of the country and multiple trips, right? Because again, rest is not the reward. And how we teach it inside of the Wealth Village, we want to honor your body, we want to honor your life, and we want to make sure your net worth grows. So it's not money or rest. We want you to have both of them. So how do we support this transformation? How have we helped women physicians create this? This is a short overview of how we do that. You will learn the financial foundation. Again, we're not here to like overwhelm your schedule, none of that. This is like a very curriculum is not heavy here. And the reason why is because this is built by women physicians for women physicians. So we get it. We understand. We ain't got all the time in the world. So this is not the time to waste time learning nonsense. So adding one more thing to your plate. No, but you will learn the financial foundation. You learn wealth education, excuse me. You will learn specific frameworks. Some of them you've heard about a little bit today, like the arms of wealth, total life freedom. I'm not going to go into details. You will learn if you join us. If you decide today that you want to be a part, you will get access to those immediately. You get coaching. Coaching will change your life. It's about making decisions that moves the needle forward so that you're wasting less time and actually living more life. It's about the accountability. And the village we have, the wealth village, it's literally that. Is a village, women that care about each other, women that nurture each other, women that will connect you, that will elevate you. We have people that are connecting people to contracts, right? So the T is that every woman that is building wealth needs a community. In order to do it well, in order to do it with more ease, in order to do it sustainably. And if you don't understand that, it's probably because you did not grow up in wealth, like many of us did not. Because those that did understand that this is a critical part that actually accelerates your journey. So if you're a first generation wealth builder and you've never seen that before, it's because many of us are not taught. And that's why we're here to tell you this is the community, this is the recipe, this is what you need. So I'm not going to go into details, but everything we do has to be aligned with the arms of wealth: time freedom, net worth growth, social wealth, debt freedom, generational wealth. We're assessing as you're talking to see what arm is weak, and we're going to help you build that. Yes, faith and spirituality is a part of wealth building too. And when people don't have it, they feel loop-sided. And that is very, very obvious. You can do whatever you want to do, but that's part of what, like, wholesome wealth is what we're here to help people create. Total life freedom, again, I'm not going to go into details. It's emotional freedom, experiential freedom, identity, time, purpose, financial. We need this. So if you're like, no wonder my earnings has felt loop-sided, it's because you did not have the tools. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You just did not have the tools. So as we rounding up, I want to just, when you join us, what exactly do you get? You've heard women that have been with us for years, but what you sign up for, it's like a year long um, environment. We meet weekly, group on Thursdays at 5:30 Pacific time. It's always recorded so that you don't ever have to choose between being at your kids' game. We have people that are like at the kids game and like tuning in because they're like, I don't want to miss you guys. But you don't have to. We have a replay. We have a private podcast where you get access within 24 hours to the replay. For those of you guys that are joining us today, you get access to 2 private one-on-ones with me. And over the span of your time, over the span of your 12 months. And guys, from what I've heard from our women, 20 minutes will change your life, literally. Literally, literally. You get access to the frameworks. You get access to our guest experts. There is access to recording of those that have come before. So, like taxes, like investing in car wash, storage facilities, you get to now acquire that knowledge because, again, it's about you, but it also goes beyond you. Because now, when you learn it, it's expanding your idea of what's possible. Now, next time you're driving down the street, like, wait a minute. That car wash is owned by a human just like me. Maybe I can own a car wash too. You start to think differently. And of course, the private community for accountability, connections, and honest questions. Honestly, the private community alone is worth everything. It's worth way more than what you are going to invest inside of the community. And again, if you're joining us, you're going to get one-on-one onboarding call with Joy because we want to make sure you get the support that you need. And this part, this real estate tax saving blueprint training, I love it so much. It is one that actually my own CPA, Amanda Hahn, she created this course and she talks about 100 most common tax deductions and she talks about her tax ladder strategy. One of the things that has accelerated my journey when it comes to wealth building, from going from knowing nothing about money to getting to first 7 figures within 5 years. Tax savings is part of it. So literally, I've saved hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes. And so you get to get the knowledge that has also helped me from my tax CPA. So you get access to that. You get access to the workshop, worksheets that has helped me. None of the things we teach you is theory. These have been tested and true. It has helped me. It has helped hundreds of women physicians. And then because we're in the world of like tech and I'm trying to be cool like people, there's this GPT that we created. It's called the Money Leftover GPT. And literally, it walks you through how you can find money left at the end of the month. I created this because it's a skill set that I still am applying even till now. And some of our members that have used this whole idea, they found 1,000, 3,000, $9,000. You get access to it. Joy can give you access at the onboarding call. But if you sign up tonight and you're like, I want it sooner, just send us an email and we'll send you a link so that you can start to play. Sleep tonight, but you can start to hang out with it. So if you're asking if this is for you, you've heard the women. This is for people that you're like, you know what? I earn well. I earn 200, 300, 500, 800, $1 million, but you don't have a clear wealth strategy. You're ready to stop carrying every money decision. Like nothing feels better than hearing a woman come on the call with like overwhelm and like leaves with clarity. Like, and I just imagine when you don't have a space like this, no wonder we're constipated and tired and exhausted and cranky, right? We need to have a safe place to get a good poop. And what we do is we've created a great environment that makes it safe for you to make financial and wealth decisions. And yes, we call those poop. Actions are poop because I'm a GI doctor and you're welcome. Is this for you if you're building wealth and you're the first in your family? You know there's stuff that you're here to do. You want more options. You don't want a life of regret. This was my big why. I did not want to look back in my life and regret being a doctor. I did not want to. And what I find is most people wait too long to invest in themselves. We're wasting time. But you also have to be willing to get coached. If you're like, I don't want help, Latifat, no, 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 thank you, then this may not be for you. We love you, but that's okay. This is not the community for you. We want people that are committed, that are imperfect. We don't want you to be perfect. We don't want you to get your ish together before you join us. Wealth Village is where you come to get it together. Okay? And some people may be wondering, is this the right time? The question is, when do you want the results? My life is not less complicated. I've just become a woman that can handle more. So if I was waiting for the right time, then the right time will never come. The right time is when you decide. And what we help you do is we help you increase your capacity so that you can carry well. You can carry rested. You can carry with more fun. You can get a hobby. Some people may be asking, what if I waste the investment? If you're committed, you're not going to waste it. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because at the end of the day, we don't get what we get. We get what we commit to getting. And one of the things that I teach our women is how to get return on investment on any kind of investment they do. I invest heavily in myself. There's no way I would be the Latifat you know right now. Did not want to talk in front of people. I had fake names on Facebook. I did not even have my real name. I did not know how to do anything business. I just wanted to be a good doctor and live happily ever after. So this Latifat that you're seeing is the result of investments that I've invested in myself. And so I've become really, really great at getting ROI, return on any investment. And that's one of the things that I teach my women to do so that they can be bosses regardless of where they go. Will I feel safe sharing? You've heard our women already talk. Like, this is a safe community. We don't share your picture or whatever without your consent, right? If there's a win you celebrate, we may paraphrase it in, de-identified, but we get permission before we share things outside of the community with anything that may attach. So privacy and trust is important to me, and I treat others how we want to be treated as well. So, what is the investment? I know some of you guys are asking. If you go on our website right now, it is $17,000 there. But what we've done is we haven't synced the systems yet. So for those of you guys that are signing up right now, the investment, you can do a one-time or 15,000. We have figured out how to make it simple for those that are like, you know what? I want to break it down into times 3, where 5K, 5K, 5K times 3 months, We have that option. And I'm going to have our team actually put the link in the chat box. And there's some people that are like, you know what, Latifat, I want a bigger stretch. I want to be a part of this, but 5K may be a little bit tight for me right now. 14.99 times 12, it's automated. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. That is something that we've made available for people as well. So my team will put the link in the chat box, because if you're here right now and you're like, Latifat, I am ready. I am not wasting any more time. I've been procrastinating. I've been trying to perfect time. I've been saying it's going to be perfect time. If that's you and you're like, Latifat, I have decided, because tonight is not about adding more knowledge to your brain. Tonight is not about like having more reason to procrastinate. Tonight is about making decision. It's about deciding that I am ready to become that woman who leads my wealth. I am ready to stop carrying alone. I'm exhausted. Ain't y'all exhausted? Ain't you tired of carrying it alone? Like, you don't have to do it alone. You do not have. And that's something that I hear our women say over and over and over again, that this community helps you not feel alone. So whether it's going through a divorce, whether it's like finding out that your parents are not doing financially well, whether it's like, your kids, how to teach your kids about money, like, you are going to be fully supported in your journey. So, I will make sure my team has the link in the chat box, so that if you want to go right now to the checkout list, you will get immediate access. And I'll talk to you in a second about what you'll be getting, what happens after you sign up. So the question is not, is this a good time? Or when is the perfect time? The question is, when do you want to start having control? That's the question. The question is, when do you want to stop struggling with the same ish that you've been struggling with for the past 5 years? That's the question. That really is the question. Like, when do you want to stop dealing with the same ish over and over and over again? That's the question. When do you want to stop building the financial life that gives you more options, more freedom, more room to breathe? That's what it's about. So it's not about perfect time. It's like, when do you want that? That's the question. That's the question. So there are two options for those of you guys that you're like, okay, Latifat, this is it. I am here. I've been listening. I've been buying. I've been stalking. And it's time for me to come outside of stalk mode, because I agree, something has to change. My kids are growing. Life is going. If that's you, you can go ahead and just click on the link that my team is putting in the chat, so you can get access right away. And for those of you that are like, you know what, I am very interested, Latifat, but if there is a but I have a question, then my team is also putting a link to my calendar, so that we can sit and chat about what exactly is standing in your way. And this is not like a high pressured sales system. I don't do that. It's just listening. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. That's my job. I will tell you, my life does not change by you joining our community, but your life changes potentially by you joining the community. So once you pay, you get, yay, welcome to the Wealth Village. You'll sign the agreement, because yes, it's important for us that we keep this place trusted, trustworthy, safe. Safety is the number one thing we do here. Safety, nervous system safety. We don't play around with that. I don't mess around with that. That's number one. Once you sign the agreement, you complete your onboarding questionnaire. You're going to set up your call to meet with Joy, so that she can show you exactly how the things are. And those of you guys that are signing up today, you're going to be joining us for our August cohort that is starting next week. So August the 6th. Okay. So that would be welcome to the Wealth Village. So if you guys have questions, I want to take your questions. I want to take your question, because again, we were not here to mess around. Y'all busy, I'm busy. You're here to make decisions. So my last question for you is this. What will the woman who leads her wealth do? What will she do? You don't have to wait for her. You become her through the decisions you make, or the decisions you don't make. That's what it's about. So I hope this has been helpful. I want to say welcome to the Wealth Village for those of you that are joining us. And I want to take questions. Like, what questions do you have? I'm going to put the chat box Oh, y'all be talking. Why is it already? I know it's already August. All right, so we have the link over there for those that are joining us. And if you're joining us, I want to celebrate you. And if you have any questions at all, I'm here to answer your questions. Like, what's stalling you? What questions do you have? What clarifications do you need? Type it in the chat box. Or if you want to unmute, I am here to serve. We want you. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all because I obviously don't care what y'all think. Listen, listen. You cannot grow wealthy if you don't make decisions. Period. You are just pretending to want to be wealthy. You're just pretending. That's it. You're just pretending. If you want the life that you believe you're here to create, you're gonna have to make decisions. And I'm not saying that the decision is, oh, I'm definitely joining your decision. Maybe I'm not. And that's okay. But you have to decide. If you are serious about building wealth, if you're serious about changing your life, if you're serious about generational wealth, if you're serious about becoming the first, you're going to have to do what scares you a little bit. Y'all don't think I'm scared to do one else? Y'all don't think I was scared to buy real estate? Y'all don't think I was scared to travel around the world for a year? We make decisions. That's what wealth leaders do. That's who we are becoming. That's it. Literally is. That's it. So we can play around. We can act like we want it, but our actions speak louder than our words. And if my actions don't align with my deep desires, I'm just fooling myself. And the only person that pays for it is me. That's the truth. Whatever decisions you make does not change Dr. Kim's life, does not change my life. We are making decisions that change our lives. That's it. Just like I lurked a couple years too long, though. I had a conversation with a doctor that said, Latifat, a couple years ago, we talked for 10 minutes, and that conversation helped me save 6 figures in taxes. And she's like, but I should have joined because I did not, and I made many mistakes. I'm like, that's okay. That's okay. The past is the past. We move forward. That's what we do. That's what we do. So if you have questions, I'm here to take them in the chat box. If you're like, okay, Latifat, I'm in. I also want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate you. I can't wait to meet you. Like literally, I cannot wait to see your life change. And I know there are some people here that are in 6 or 7, and you're like, okay, the Wealth Village this is what we do in the Wealth Village. We have the WhatsApp community. It is a party up in there. I'm telling you. It is a party. And there are people here that are in the Wealth Village that will tell you if I'm lying or not. It is a party. But it's a party. We'll tell you the truth. We'll love on you. We'll hold space for you. And we'll kick your booty a little bit too. Because that's what you pay for. Is for your life to be changed. And we'll do what it takes for your life to be changed. Okay. Any other questions in the chat box? I want to make sure if you have any questions, I don't want the questions to be what holds you back. You're here to make decisions. We've had people that were part of the Wealth Village, they left and then they came back, and we're happy to have them back. And we're like, welcome home, welcome back home. We've missed you. We've missed you. We missed you. We literally have the best women, best humans. When Joy, Dr. Courtney, good to see you. Hi. Are you able to talk? She's like, I was not planning on talking, Latifah. Okay, she's like 1 minute. Like we love having our women because every time um every time that Joy has a conversation with a new member of the Wealth Village, I always get a text and she's like, "Oh my goodness, she's amazing." I'm like, "I told you. I told you, our women are amazing." So someone said, what would you do when you get to 8 figures if you're not already there? What would you do when you get to 8 figures? So I will answer that question. And if anybody else wants to answer it as well, one of the key things I would teach our women inside of the Wealth Village is that money is a tool. So when you ask the question of when you get to eight figures, what would you do? The question now, it's literally asking them, what do you want to change? And for everyone, that's going to be different. Like there's one of our members who, for her, she offers scholarships. That's something that she does. There are people that and some of them are still working clinically, by the way. And that's the point of the power to choose, is you get to decide how you want to spend your life. So eight figure may impress people, but for wealth leaders, we understand that eight figures means that I have the resources to be able to impact more change. And what that looks like is now going to be dependent on each individual people. Whenever you can talk, Courtney, feel free to unmute. Yeah, invest more and differently, diversify. Yeah, diversity. Absolutely. Great question, Dr. Comfort. I hope that answered your question. Anybody else? Hi, Courtney.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Good. I'm at gymnastics again.
Okay. All right. Doing your thing.
Yeah, I just want to pop in.
Oh, I'm glad you did. This is
yes.
the Wealth Village open house. I don't know. Is there any
Yeah.
words? Do you want to share anything about your experience? How long have you been here, actually?
This is year two. So yeah, and I'm not sure what's already been said, but yeah, I saw Kim's comment that she was a lurker. I was definitely a lurker for a little bit and doing a few challenges here and there and just trying to figure out like if because for me it was like the first time I'd like really like delved into coaching and I was like, this is a lot of money. Like, is it really gonna be worth it? Is it gonna really change anything for me? And then you do it and it was funny because in the WhatsApp group you posted something the other day and I've been traveling. I just got back from trip with my kids. Went to Switzerland to Paris for the summer, which was amazing. But one of the things that you'd asked was, what were like the first things that came to mind when you talked about the Wealth Village? And I started thinking it's kind of funny, the song from Cheers where it comes on, it's like you want to know where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. But just knowing that you're in a place where you belong and where you're accepted and the problems that you're going through, the issues that you're trying to work through, the challenges that you're facing, someone else is going through the same thing and you don't feel like you're alone and you feel seen. And it's a community of people where you can feel supported and you can feel inspired. It's just, yeah. So it's definitely been life changing for me, which is why I came back. And so yeah, if you're on the fence, just do it. Like, I don't think you'll regret it. You'll look back and realize that it was one, money well spent, but also like time well spent, because it's time that you can't get back. And there's definitely like made changes for financially, but also finding like the mental capacity to deal with a lot of things that have come up as you're trying to grow. Yeah, just the support is like unmatched. So just join.
Thank you for
Stop
sharing
lurking.
that. Stop lurking, she said. She said, stop lurking. Let me ask you this though, Courtney. So you were lurking for a while and then you're like, okay, I'm in. What helped you make that jump? Because for some people, they're like, I'm in, but they have the fear. Should they wait until they have no fear? Like, help them through that transition.
No, I think you always have a fear. And I think the first time we had to talk, and you're like, you just need to decide, like, you just either it's a yes or no. And the first time I was like, you know what? No, I don't think I can do it. And I talked to my husband and I like was going through the process and he's like, you want to spend how much on what? And I was like, yeah, that does kind of sound kind of crazy. So like, another year went by and it finally got to a point where I was like, you know what? Like, I did some challenges and I just saw how much like progress I was making just in like that short time. And so I was like, you know what? Let's just, I don't know, you just do it. Like, the fear is still there. You still like, at least for me, it was always like, what am I doing? Like, am I really going to get back what I put into this program? But you just do it. And then you just, one step at a time, but then you find again. I think hearing from other people that they found the support and seeing what they were doing and seeing the progress that they were making was what moved the needle for me, and maybe just say, just decide. So just decide, just do it.
So you've been in the community for 2 years. That means you renewed the second time. Is it fair to say then that you got your money? I think you said money back. Is that the lingo term you
Yeah,
use?
yeah, I think yeah, because initially like I'm like ROI, like I was trying to start a business and I was getting into real estate and I was trying to do the podcast and all these things and I was just like I'm investing all this money into all these things and then I'm investing into like coaching. Like, is this really going to be like an investment in myself? Like, am I really going to get any returns? And then you realize that it's the monetary returns, but there's so much more that goes into it, into like building this rich life. And I think that was the return that was like most important to me, you know, which also made me feel comfortable the second time around. Being like, you know what, this is it's an investment in myself. This is what I need, and yeah, so you just do it. Yeah, and like I said, you don't the fear doesn't go away, but once you do it, then you're like there's like a sense of relief that comes over you because like okay, it's done and I'm here. So how am I going to make the most of it now? Like what am I going to do? How am I going to make sure that I get what I need from this program? So
I love that. I love that you said there is fear, it doesn't go away, and then after you take the action, you will feel the peace. And as a board certified gastroenterologist, of course, it's like you're holding the poop, take a poop so you can feel better,
yeah,
so you can feel the relief.
mm-hmm.
So if
Yeah,
you want to feel the relief, you got to poop. And the
yeah,
poop today is by making the decision. And you can
yeah,
either go ahead again, the poop. It ain't listen, if you can't take the poop, it ain't gonna be for you because it just makes sense. Money and poop makes a lot of sense. So
makes a
thank
lot
you
of
for
sense.
sharing with us, very
Mm-hmm.
impromptu. We appreciate you. I'm celebrating you. We're celebrating you. Dr. Kim's like you get desensitized. And I can't wait to see you. And I want to see pictures of your trip. Please
Yes,
send pictures.
I'm getting there slowly but
Okay.
surely. All
All
right,
right.
thanks, guys.
Have a good evening.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Dr. Courtney in the chat box. Let's give it up for her. Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you for sharing. Any other questions, guys? I'm here to help you answer whatever question. If there's any thoughts, any concern that's like literally holding you back right now, that's why we are here to help you answer that question. You've heard, if you're like, oh, am I going to get the return on my money? These women, you do have to show up. I want to make sure that's clear. You do have to show up. And what does that mean? How much time commitment? We meet on Thursdays. It's 2 hours every Thursday. It's always recorded so you can catch the replay. And I think many times we're so used to curriculum heavy life with school that when we talk about Wealth Village, you assume it's going to be like heavy curriculum. It is not. The knowledge is there, the information is there, but even showing up on the calls will change your life. Even showing up on the call and listening to the wealth of the knowledge around you will change your life, will make you braver, will make you bolder. You stop settling for less. You stop settling for the things that you should not be settling for. That's what it's about. So the 2 hours, I will highly recommend it. You can show up live. You can catch the replay. We're in the WhatsApp. I'm in the WhatsApp. So you send messages like, guys, there is a celebrating the wins. There is asking a friend. There is today's songs. I'm about to the admin sucks. Like, and people are gonna go like, that sucks. Like, we are here to support you. Not, yeah, we ain't gonna let you settle. Sorry. If you want to settle, this may not be for you. We will not let you settle because we know what you have the capacity for. We know that you are meant for more. And we know that fear is normal. We know we have all been there before. And that is exactly why we lovingly pull you forward. Every single woman that you've heard about today, you've heard from tonight, they've all had thoughts like you. Is this the right place? Am I going to feel like I belong? What if I lose the money? I have debt. Maybe oh, that's one good one. I will be, listen, yo, I can't tell you what to do, but I can share examples with you. I remember a couple years ago, a woman physician sent me a message and said, I want to join, but I have debt. Dave Ramsey and everyone else has said, pay off the debt before you do anything else. And my question is this: what do you want to get at the end of this? What do you want to get at the end of this? Because what I've found is for many of our people, they pay to get in, they pay the investment to get in. However, they end up paying off their debt faster. Because actually, I think it was Dr. Tricia that said this before. She said, because if you could do it, you already would have done it. So the fact that you haven't done it means that you need support to do it. So you can either waste time or you can use your money to buy time. Instead of waiting 10 years, you can get it in 1 year. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. Any other questions? Great questions, by the way. In the chat box, or if you want to unmute, any other questions? I want to make sure you guys are clear. Dr. Comfort, you have a question? I see your hand like in the air like this. Do you have a question? fighting the mute button.
There we are.
There
Hi,
we go.
everyone. I don't think I have any other questions. I asked it. I just wanted to say thank you for inviting us. It was great meeting everyone. So excited to check out Instagrams, etc., of all the amazing things that everyone is doing.
Fantastic. And always good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you. And I'm looking forward to having you inside of the Wealth Village with us when you decide that you're going to be there because I already know, like, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the things you're doing. Dr. Comfort is one of our doctors inside 6 to 7, which is our money foundation course. And for her, I already know 100% she's going to be in the Wealth Village. That's where, I mean, she just belongs there. So anybody else, any questions? In the chat box, you can ask me any questions. You're like, I want to, Latifat, but any clarifications you need. We have people on all the coasts, East Coast, West Coast, Central Coast, and of course, outside of the country. We've had people from Canada, Hong Kong. I've coached people in Nigeria. The terminology may be different, but the same wealth wisdom applies across the globe. Any other questions? She knows things, by the way. Dr. Kim, don't be calling me out like that. She's
No,
like,
it's
just
true.
knows.
I mean that in the best possible way. Like you know stuff. Like you know stuff.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like you just have like a sixth sense about things. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Our job is to lead everyone to their own wisdom. That's the job. And I use every tool that I have. So discernment is one of the gifts that I have, and I'm willing to apply that to help women physicians live the life that they want. And we will use our connections. Discernment, we'll use our connections. So people would say, like, oh, do you have an advisor? We will connect you with it. We can connect you with someone you can check out. Some of our people have advisors. An advisor does not replace your job. I want you to make sure you understand that you are the CEO of your money and of your life. If you are not leading any advisor, whether that's your spouse or someone you're paying professionally, you are leaving wealth on the table. And I have to address this one because it comes up quite a bit where people are like, well, my husband or my spouse, and usually it's the husband, the guy is usually when this comes up. They're like, my husband manages the finances of the family, so I'm okay. I love you. And you're okay, but it's not okay. It is not okay. I don't care how great your marriage is. I'm a huge proponent of finances and marriage and relationships and all of that. If I was not a money coach and wealth coach, I probably would teach you how to have better relationships. And I'm telling you that it is critical that you learn what is happening in the money. I cannot tell you how many physicians, whether it's the loss of a spouse or a divorce, or they get screwed, literally get screwed, literally get screwed. I have a woman physician who, because many times what happens is we think we have to wait till the need is dire in order to be ready. No, you should get ready before the need arises. And what I find is when people are going through, whether it's divorce or loss, especially divorce, many women just want their peace. And so they say they're leaving with their peace and they leave the purse. They leave the purse and say they're grabbing their piece. Or they get the house, the dude lives with the stocks. Guess what the house is? A liability that's going to have a leak that you bought with anticipation of two income, potentially. So, no, your spouse is not a replacement. I'm not a replacement, even though I'm more interested in the finances and in the wealth, but my spouse is also learning because I know that if something was to happen to God forbid something happens to me, I have seen families where the social economics of the family changed because they lost the mom. The social economics like changed. They went from high to low because the person that had the education and the wisdom was lost, got sick, passed on. So no, it's not good enough that your husband is good at it. It's not. And I say that with audacity. Women, we are called to co-lead. We are called, we are wealth leaders. That's why we have the Wealth Village. We help women go from earning to becoming wealth leaders. And if you're not leading the finances or co-leading the finances of the family, you are robbing your family. I'm telling you, it's the truth. And it's not just robbing financially, but experience. Experience. The arms of wealth that you get to teach your kids. The no's you get to tell your kids. Because generational wealth is not just about the money you pass in, it's the wisdom, the person that they have become because you became. So if you're sitting down and hoping somebody else will teach your kids about money, tag, you're it. You're it. You're it. Unless you want them to start over from scratch or you want the money you pass on to them to kill them. No, we teach them now. Y'all like Latifat is so I'm just telling y'all it's the truth. This is what it's about. It's about you and so much more. And I love you. I care about you. And that's why I'm telling you the truth. And that's what you get in the Wealth Village, the truth. Because otherwise, we're just wasting all of our lives. And we're not about that life. Any other questions in the chat box? We have white people, black people, brown people. We got all the colors. We're like UNICEF. We're what the world of money should look like. Literally. Literally. I've had people join and go, oh, this is where all the diverse people are. Yes. We got money. We're just, living the stealth life. That's it. Any other questions? I want to make sure that you leave the call clear about your decision. So if you're like, this is not for me, that's a decision. But if you're like, okay, Latifat, this is for me, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I hear you, I love you, I'm rooting for you. And you have two things you can do. One is you can go ahead and pay directly right now, or you can book a call because you're like, I have a question, I have something I want to clarify. Book a call and let's get to the bottom of it. Someone asked earlier, is this a pyramid scheme? I don't even really know what that is. We're just on a mission to serve women physicians. That's all I know. I'm not fancy enough to know the whole pyramid stuff, but the key is we're here to serve women. We've been doing it now for many years. And one of our big goals is to help 1,000 women physicians over the next 10 years add 7 figures plus to their net worth. That's our goal. That's our mission. And the reason why we pick that is it's a measurable number. But the thing we're most excited about are the lives that change. The women that are going to part-time so that they can have more room and capacity to live their life, be present with their families, take a sabbatical, start their own practice, shut their own practice, grow their net worth, give more to things they care about. That's what we're here for. That's why we're doing this. Okay? Anybody else? Anybody else? I want to make sure. Per diem soon. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Okay, I see some. All right. Anybody else? Any questions? Let me make sure. Okay. Per diem soon. Let's go. Yes, Dr. Courtney has a date. She's cutting to per diem. I'm so excited for you. Dr. Lynn, good to see you. Dr. Zelda, Dr. Sheila, Dr. Vernice, Dr. Afua. Let me see what else we got here. See Valerie. I already talked about Courtney. Let me see what else we got here. Dr. Comfort, Tanya, Kim, Joy. Anybody else? Any other questions in the chat box? And by the way, if you're like Latifat, I'm definitely in, but I have one more question. Type it in the chat box. Or I have one more doubt. Um, I don't know. Is this going to be too busy? All of these women are busy, by the way. We have to figure out a way to build wealth even when life is busy. And that's our expertise inside of the Wealth Village. We simplify the decisions so that your action is clear. You get the accountability. Okay, wondering what the format is. So it's a 12-month program. We meet every Thursday, once a week, group coaching. So we come in just like some of the women you've experienced. We ask where you are. You will get some micro teaching during that time, but we really identify where you are and what you are struggling with so that we can help you move forward in what you need to be. Most people, what I find is the real challenge we have is making decisions. Like, what should I do? What advisor? Should I fire my advisor? Should I buy one door? What how do I invest in the stock market? How do I grow my stock market? Anybody knows any estate planner? Like, those are the questions that we are getting addressed so that you can move forward in wealth building. You're taking actions that actually helps you move forward. Sometimes it's as simple as, okay, I don't know if I should work part-time or full-time. We identify the reason why you're struggling. So that's part of how the coaching part works so that you can move forward and take the actions. Like I mentioned earlier, you will get access to 2 one-on-ones over the year. You get access to our financial foundation course. You get access to the wealth education course. You get access to the same things that have literally changed my life, the worksheet, the real estate tax saving blueprint. You get access to all of those. Does that answer your question? So it's a group format with the bonus two one-on-ones. We have a WhatsApp community that's like popping. Literally, I mean, guys, I'm not joking. This is the best space to be in. As long as you're like, I want something different. I'm not about this life, this hustle life out on the streets. I'm not about the waiting unto I'm not about waiting until age 65 in order to have the freedom to live my life. My dad died at 67. I don't think 65 is where we should put all the goals and dreams of living a life of freedom at all. Do you collect data on how people's wealth increase after that investment? So we are trying to get better with creating a system that actually measures it. We do ask, so for example, we'll have people that will celebrate, like I crossed my first 7-figure net worth, like the numbers that I shared here, but do we collect the data? We haven't in the past, but it's something that we definitely want to do. So are you part? Great questions, Dr. Afua. Someone said hustle life is for birds. Been there, done that. Yeah. And that's the thing, guys. We're not about the hustle life. We work hard, but we also want simplicity and ease. We're not apologetic about that. And that's why if that's something that you want, you work hard, but we want you to do work that's aligned and we want you rested and we want you to have peace. Someone said, are you part of the WhatsApp group forever? You're part of the WhatsApp group for as long as you're part of the community. So, for example, those that are, in their second year, in their 3 years, third year, they're in the community. But once your time, because once your membership is complete, that means you're saying that your journey with us is complete in that season, then you would no longer be in the WhatsApp group. And we don't want the WhatsApp group to be so crowded that we don't know each other. So it's very concierge, to be honest. Does this group help people define their goals? Absolutely. That's what we're doing. Like all of those people that you hear in their wins, many of them did not come in with clear goals. Like the doctor that launched her practice did not come in with the goal of launching her practice. The doctor that negotiated $100,000 did not come once. She just hadn't negotiated for years. And I'm like, child, I'm getting the twitches with you not negotiating. And my question was, so how much do you want to negotiate? She said 30K. I'm like, no. So she was going to settle for 30K. We nudged her, stretched her, and she got 100K as a result. So they're not everyone is clear about their goal. Oh, you can have an idea that I want more. And that may be all that you know. And that is enough. We'll help you clarify your goal. And one of the things we do is we are very, very intentional that you don't build something that is not yours. Many people may have goals that is because their mama said, their daddy says. And we don't want you to build that. We want you to build what aligns. And so we help you identify what aligns and we help you with building that. Great. I love that question. Thanks for asking that, Dr. Afua. You rock. Well, Dr. Lynn, you rock too. My pleasure. Okay, someone said, what was the biggest mindset shift you had to make before seeing this amazing results? Someone said, money is a tool. Is one of the shifts. I love that. Letting go of scarcity mindset. I don't have. Absolutely. The question should be, how can I? Yes, alignment is critical and everyone is on their own journey. Okay. Someone said her biggest shift was one, I do not know, but I'm hoping to learning. And I love that. There is no shame in not knowing this stuff. Just move forward. I love that question. Thank you for asking that question. Anybody else? Any questions at all? Um, yes. Yes, listen, this is what we're great at helping people take actions afraid. We do it scared. We do it scared. And we create amazing lives as a result because that's the price most people are unwilling to pay. Most people are unwilling to do it scared. That is why they will never live the life that they're meant to live. We help you do it scared. You want to grow your real estate portfolio? Do it scared. You want to cut down at work? We have a single mom right now who came in, and for her, she's like, scarcity mindset is what she wanted to teach. And she's worked on that. Her net worth is grown, her income has grown. She's about to cut down at work, and she's going to do it scared. But she's not doing it alone. We're supporting her. And that's the difference. The environment matters, the education matters, the transformation matters, the coaching matters, and having a mentor that's not afraid to tell you the truth with kindness, that is in your corner, that's rooting for you, that cares about you, that is priceless. And I don't have to do this. I get to do this. It's an honor to do this because there's nothing better than seeing Dr. Kim become the version of what she's meant to do aligned. Dr. Tricia, who had a petty win that I just love so much. I cannot get over that petty win. I will always, it gives me joy. And it's been like 3 weeks since she shared that petty win. I'm not going to share it with y'all, but she can share it with you when you join the Wealth Village. If you want her to, if you ask her kindly, she'll share with you. But the truth of it is this: we help you become what you're meant to be. We'll help you achieve what you want to achieve, and we'll help you do it with rest and alignment. That's what it's about. Any last minute questions? Guys, this has been so fun. Any other questions? Oh, by the way, for those of you guys that are joining, you get immediate, like if once you pay, you get immediate access to the modules, the Money Foundation, the Wealth Academy. You get access to it right away, so you can literally start binging tomorrow. You can start listening to Dr. Latifat and the wealth of information that you get access to. And again, Joy will set up the one-on-one onboarding call with you. That way, you never have to worry about like getting lost. You're not worried about like, oh, what if, where do I start? We want you to succeed. We want you to succeed, which is why I'm so excited with our goal to help 1,000 women physicians add 7-figure plus to their net worth in the next 10 years, because your win is our win. That aligns. This is like, this feels like alignment where your win aligns with our win. That's how it should be. And we will do everything we need to do, everything we can to support you. For some people that may be wondering, what if I have something personal that I don't want to share in a group? You can email me, email Joy. You're in the WhatsApp group. You have my number. Send me a DM on Facebook. Send me a WhatsApp in the WhatsApp community or like outside of the WhatsApp community. Literally, I have people that share wins with me that are like, oh, this is a personal win. Please don't share it in the community. And that's it. I don't want to share it in the community. So what we've built, it respects your privacy without letting you shrink, without letting you hide. Because when I first started coaching, I was only offering one-on-ones. And what I found was that people were changing, their lives were changing, but they were hiding. And that's the exact opposite of what women need. Is it's not to hide. It is for us to have a seat at the table, whatever that table is, right? And so that's something that I want you to be aware of, is that we have the privacy, but we have the community as well. And we will check on you because we care about you. You're serving all the people, we care about you. Dr. Afua, that's a great question. So right now it is 15K. The price is going to change for the first year to 17K. My team and I, we have not announced anything about third year different price yet, but that's something that we are actively talking about, and we're probably going to announce at our in-person event in September. Great question. I love that question. I love that question. So yes, if you want to take advantage of the 15K price, now is a great time. If you are like, I have question, just schedule a call. Let's chat. I love your questions, by the way, and I think you absolutely should join us. But what I would focus on first of all, just focus on one year at a time. Let's focus on getting you great ROI. Let's focus on getting you amazing results. Let's focus on helping you feel safer around money so that the badass wealth leader in you can come out. And yes, the third year, there's going to be some news that we're going to be For you all up in my business, Dr. Afua. It's like you're reading my journal. No, I'm just joking. Thanks for any other questions. I love Dr. Kim and Dr. Courtney and Dr. Tanya. We guys, our biggest flex is the ecosystem we've created. There's something, it doesn't matter how great a seed is. If that seed is not in a good environment, it will not thrive. That's why women have had less wealth than men. It's because the environment, the financial ecosystem, has not been created to help women and especially women physicians thrive. That's what we have changed. That's what we have defined, redefined, and that's why it works. That's why it works. That's why it works. The ecosystem is different. The women are different. The coaching is different. The knowledge is very, very specific. We're not here to waste your time. Dr. Tricia is like a leader and has 2 kids. She ain't got time for nonsense. I'm not trying to like boggle her down with information. I'm here to give her short, concise information that is bite-sized. She takes it, applies it, because the goal is not to brag on our knowledge. The goal is to brag on our wins. The goal is to brag about the life we've created. The goal is to brag on our transformation. So that's what we prioritize here. We're not here to like give you 500 videos. We're here to help you move because that's what you want at the end of the day, isn't it? Right? Freedom is what you want, isn't it? Options is what you want, isn't it? Generational wealth, wisdom to your kids, isn't it? Badassery is what you want, isn't it? To not be dependent on your clinical income so you can sleep better at night. So that regardless of what the hospital decides to do, you're not afraid because you have become a woman that can move. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Okay. Any last minute questions? Guys, this has been so fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you one more time to our members that have been sharing their wisdom, their experience. Guys, you are my biggest inspiration. But like I shared earlier, they came here. These women are like busy women. They have kids. They're putting their kids to sleep with one hand and here clapping you up on the other hand because they believe in you. And it's okay for you to not be 100% certain. I'm almost never 100% certain. But you can borrow their belief. You can borrow my belief. That's what many of those women do until they believe, they now do it, they borrow my belief. And my belief is if you're a woman physician, I believe that you're meant for more. And I'm yet to meet a woman physician who commits to the life she wants, who shows up and does not transform. I'm yet to see it. And you will not be the first. We'll do everything we can. Your job is to show up. That's it. Show up, be committed, we'll help you. That's my commitment to you. So I hope to see you guys, our new people inside of the Wealth Village. I'm rooting for you. If you have any other questions, I'll wait here for like 2 more minutes, type in the chat box. But otherwise, if you're done, thank you so much. I love you guys. I appreciate you. But I'll wait here for a few more minutes so that if anyone wants to, actually, I'm going to stop recording. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to stop recording.